Hello and welcome to this video. Today we'll be going through the top 10 horror games on Steam in 2025. Let's begin. The first game of this video is called Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is a co-op psychological horror game where you and up to 3 friends become ghost hunters investigating haunted locations. Armed with EMF readers, spirit boxes, and a flashlight, you gather clues to identify different types of ghosts. What makes it terrifying is how the ghost adapts to your presence. It listens when you talk, and it hunts when you're careless. Every mission is unpredictable, and the fear builds slowly through immersive audio, jump scares, and eerie silence. Whether you're role-playing as a pro investigator or just screaming through your headset, Phasmophobia nails the dread of the unknown. This game is horror at its most personal. The next game we'll be taking a look at is called Amnesia, The Bunker. It is a gritty, first-person horror game set in a dark, maze-like World War I bunker. You play as a soldier trapped underground, stalked by an unkillable creature that hunts you based on sound and light. Unlike previous Amnesia games, this one gives you some tools, but you'll still feel powerless most of the time. The environment is semi-open, meaning you choose your path, solve puzzles, and unlock shortcuts while trying to survive. Every noise you make, every light you shine, it all matters. This is Amnesia with more agency, but no less fear. If you like tension and dread, this one delivers. Next on the list is Outlast 2. It is a brutal and disturbing psychological horror game that dials the intensity up to 11. You play as Blake Langerman, a cameraman searching for his missing wife in rural Arizona. But this isn't just any countryside. It's the home of a fanatical cult that believes the end times are here. You're completely unarmed, relying on stealth, hiding, and your camera's night vision to survive. The audio design is relentless. Screams, whispers, and unsettling music keep your nerves frayed. Outlast 2 doesn't hold back, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. The next game is called Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. It reinvents the classic survival horror formula in a bold first-person perspective. You play as Ethan Winters, searching for his missing wife in a derelict plantation house deep in Louisiana. But what he finds is far worse than expected. The game combines atmospheric exploration, tight resource management, and grotesque body horror to keep you on edge. With VR support and immersive storytelling, RE7 is a horrifying return to form for the franchise, and it set the stage for its terrifying future. Up next is The Forest. It is a terrifying blend of open-world survival and psychological horror. You crash land in a remote forest, and your son is taken by mysterious figures. During the day, you gather resources, build shelters, and try to survive. But when night falls, the real horror begins. Mutant cannibals emerge from the darkness, and they're intelligent. You're never quite safe, even in the base you built. The Forest also hides a deeper story beneath its survival gameplay, leading to a dark, sci-fi twist that's genuinely surprising. Whether you play alone or with friends, The Forest isn't just about staying alive. It's about facing what lives in the shadows. The next game is called Signalis. Signalis is a haunting, retro-futuristic survival horror game with strong psychological and sci-fi themes. You play as Elster, a replica unit searching for her lost partner in a derelict facility filled with cryptic symbols, nightmarish creatures, and fractured memories. The atmosphere is cold and oppressive, and the deeper you go, the more unsettling everything becomes. What starts as a search and rescue mission slowly turns into something bigger. It's one of the most memorable indies in recent horror. Up next is Visage. It's one of the most genuinely unsettling psychological horror games ever made. Set in a seemingly normal suburban home, you explore the rooms, corridors, and secret spaces left behind by a series of tragic and violent events. You'll experience different chapters tied to specific spirits, each with their own terrifying backstory. Light is your friend, sanity is your enemy, and progress is never easy. Visage taps into fears of the unknown, the unseen, and the trauma we bury. It's a terrifying, slow burn that lingers with you long after you put the controller down. The next game is called MADiSON, and it is a first-person psychological horror game that pulls you into a cursed house haunted by a demonic force tied to a blood-soaked history. You play as Luca, A boy waking up with blood on his hands, a possessed instant camera, and no memory of what's happened. That camera is your only tool. It reveals things you can't see with the naked eye, opens doorways, and unlocks clues in terrifying ways. MADiSON doesn't just scare, it rattles your nerves with a relentless descent into madness. Up next is a game called Scorn. It's a grotesque, atmospheric horror experience like no other, more disturbing than scary, more alien than human. You awaken in a surreal, biomechanical world where flesh, metal, and machinery fuse in disturbing, Geiger-esque ways. There's no dialogue, no cutscenes, just you, puzzles, strange weapons, and an overwhelming sense of isolation. The world is alive, breathing, oozing, and everything feels wrong in a way that's hard to describe. Scorn is slow, immersive, and deeply uncomfortable. If you're looking for an unsettling world that gets under your skin, this is pure body horror art in interactive form. The last game we'll be taking a look at in this video is Panicore. It is a heart-pounding co-op horror game where you and your friends must escape haunted locations before it's too late. Work together to solve puzzles, avoid deadly traps, and outsmart terrifying monsters that react to your every move. If one of you panics, it could doom the whole group. Will you keep your cool or fall apart in the chaos? That's our list of the top 10 horror games on Steam in 2025. We hope you found something new to play. Let us know your favorites down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more gaming tips. Catch you in the next one.